Hey, um, so my name's Stokely, and I'm the developer of a hair butter called Sauce Ondulée um, hair butter, and this is the podcast that I'm gonna do to hopefully contribute or impart some of the knowledge that I've received. Everything got to be verified because I don't know how structured I'm gonna do this, but um maybe we just start with why I started this. Well, um, I have male pattern baldness in my on my maternal my maternal grandfather's side, and and I noticed that. Well, I had them. I thought that I was experiencing some hair loss based on some pictures I saw of the back of my head. I thought I had some thinning going on, and then I became concerned. So I started looking into, and a lot of my friends, my contemporaries, guys that were same age as I am, or as I was when I started, were losing their hair significantly. I mean, they, starting at the front of the hairline, most of them, most of the front of the hairline, and then maybe one or two of them just experience some thinning on top. So I started to research methods to topically cure hair loss. After after a short amount of, not even an exhaustive or a long amount of investigation, I found out that topical cures for hair loss are really non-existent for the most part when it comes to holistic methods. Um, the only drug that's approved by the FDA for topical curing of hair loss is minoxidil. Anyhow, so digging and digging and digging, ultimately, uh, I wasn't, ultimately, I realized the best thing you can do is try to keep your hair, and you can try to keep your hair mostly by taking care of your body, your lower part of your body, your whole body, your holistic, a holistic approach, your whole body, not just that part. Holistic medicine. I mean, it has the word whole in it, but it's not with a W. It should be with a W, in my opinion. But um, to keep your hair is a holistic effort. You have to eat the right things. You have to even have the right mindset, because your mindset is going to affect your stress levels. Your mind is going to, yeah, like I said, your mind is going to affect your stress levels, and stress causes hair loss. Anywhere that you may read that, or anywhere you may look into it, if you look into it enough, you will see that, research proving that stress can cause temporary hair loss, and, sustained amount of stress can affect your internal organs in a way, and your hormone balance in a way that may cause you to have permanent hair loss. Because once the hair cells die to a certain extent, they never really restore themselves back to their former glory. Um, and some, you know, a lot of hair loss also is just attributed to your hair dying early. Um, a hair follicle can live up to 7 years, and that's my car making noise. Very unprofessional of me, right? So a hair follicle can live up to 7 years. So it might take you almost 7 years to bring that to restoration. I don't think anyone has probably done any research to see if, adopting a holistic approach and a topical approach and a medicinal approach consistently for 7 years will result in the restoration of your hair. I don't know if any research has lasted that long, but I mean, 7 years from now, if you're focusing on just restoring your hair, you're really just not focused on the right things. If you're losing your hair, you should not make it something that stresses you out, because I say stress makes your hair fall out. So if you're losing your hair, you just accept it. You do whatever you want to do. This is a no judgment zone. I don't judge anyone for whatever choice they make. If you want to cover it up, if you want to color it, if you want to cut it, if you want to do an install or a toupee or a hair transplant or um, micropigmentation, tattoos. There's so many solutions regarding the aesthetic. You can accept it and just go bald with it, which is totally acceptable. You should be comfortable with yourself and with who you are. I have the genetic disposition for hair loss, possibly, according to, the common understanding of how hair loss works. So if it does happen to me, then I really have nothing to, nothing to. It's not really, I have a lot of options. I could just accept it. I could get a transplant. I could get micropigmentation tattoo. I could do installs, you know, but so we all have a choice we want to go with it, and which it's your body. You got to take care of it. That's all I want anybody to do is take care and love your body, and be natural. And we use natural ingredients and try to use sustainable containers. I think I'm going to expand into metal containers, and most steel cans last, they rust, or you want to call it biodegrade if you want, in about 50 years. Um, Currently we're using paper, compostable, biodegradable containers. But I'm against, because just because of the volume and the air tightness and all of that. Um, but yeah, why I started is because of my own hair loss and the hair loss of my acquaintances and my friends and all of that. And I was trying to find a way, but in the process, I realized that um, moisturizing, I mean, there's research done that says moisturizing can even assist with the preservation of your hair and the protection of your hair. Protecting your scalp with moisturizing it can help you, keep a healthy scalp. You know, it won't necessarily bring your hair back, because there's a lot of different internal medical conditions that could cause your hair loss, including stress. So my solution, my contribution is the hair butter that I'm making, um, and the it also functions as a pomade, a very light hold. Currently, if it gets too hot, you lose the hold. So, but I'm still developing, but it's available right now, but it's still a continuous development. Um, Always trying to perfect it, always trying to make it better. Sometimes you see a product come out and it says new formula. So, that's what we're doing right now. So, just to wrap it up, um, I started because of my own hair loss and the hair loss in I think that I'm expecting down the road in my line, and where it started was trying to bring hair back, but where it is right now is trying to preserve it. In this podcast, contribute whatever I learned, by sharing information about the ingredients and about just health in general, because, like I said, preserving your hair or even potentially restoring your hair is about your internal operations and your whole body. It's about your whole body. Take care of your whole body, and it will take care of you, I guess. All right, so that's it for right now, and I hope to do another one.